Hey, listen, here's the thing. You're going to fail a lot in the next few years, maybe over your whole lifetime if you're doing it right. You're also going to succeed. You're going to find a lot of success. You're going to get these little money deposits, these maybe big money deposits, and you're going to feel like you really made it. So, how do you find peace with both? How do you figure out that nice balance of dealing with both, the good and the bad? Tip of the day. First, I'm going to start with a little story of this one time when I owed the government over $10,000 in taxes. How did this happen? Well, let's just say I had a lot of side hustles, right? I was doing the 1099 T thing. I was working a job. I was doing all this music stuff. I had a Pandora internet radio voiceover contract that I was doing that I was getting paid around $20K extra every year. That was all 1099-T. It was all stuff that I had to pay taxes out of my own pocket, self-employment taxes, state, federal, Social Security, all that stuff. And I didn't. I just didn't. So that was the first year I ever made $100,000 in music and audio and doing entrepreneurial things with the music industry and creative stuff, right? And I remember I had this whisper room in my living room. I lived in an apartment over off Fairfax Avenue in Beverly in LA, and I got hit with a tax bill at the end of the year when I did my taxes, and I was like, wait a second, I owe $13,700 in taxes? I don't have that money just sitting in a bank account right now, right? I mean, maybe I had a couple $1,000, right? So I was like, holy shit. It was a huge epiphany for me. It was almost like that was my biggest like failing moment when I thought, wow, I was really crushing it. I had a Mercedes Benz. I was going out. I was drinking, doing bottle service, all that stuff you do in LA when you first get here, etc. And I'm making six figures a year, man. And then tax season comes the next year and I owe $13,000 plus. And I looked around my studio and my apartment. And I was like, holy shit, I have a whisper room. I got all this gear. I got nice monitors, everything, right? And what did I do? I instantly got on Craigslist and I just started selling everything and starting to figure out how do I pay for all these back taxes that I owe, right? Because the federal government doesn't, just go, hey, pay us whenever you feel like it. They'll come take your money. They'll take it right out of your bank account. They'll levy your car. They'll take everything from you. So I was like, I got to take care of this. So I sold everything that I could, and I finally collected enough money to pay my taxes back. So that was a big failure in my life in the beginning of my music career, where I really thought I was making it, like, wow, I'm making $100,000 plus. I'm working on big films. I'm getting credited on big films, TV shows. I'm hitting big commercials where I'm getting paid out like, sometimes $12,000, $13,000, $15,000 pots of money for winning a commercial that I scored, right? And I realized like, wow, success in music or in arts, it really is a bunch of fits and starts. It's like false starts all the time. You start to feel like you're making it and you're doing well, and then you're going to hit that thing that everything just blows up in your face and you have to pay the money back, the taxes, and you hit this failure moment and you feel like you really failed. And I'm here to tell you, and this is what this tip of the day is about. It's about kind of showing you my experience with this, is that you have to get over every single failure, and you have to understand that all those failures are temporary, but also understand that all the successes are temporary. And that's something that I think once you really get locked into your mindset, you realize that you're going to hit this shit that's going to be awesome. You're going to have moments that are awesome that nobody gets to experience. And then you're going to hit moments where they're devastating, where same thing, a lot of people don't have to experience it, right? And you feel alone, you feel crushed, you feel like no one's around, no one understands what you're going through. And it's probably true that a lot of people don't know what you're going through, but there's plenty of entrepreneurs out there that have felt that same exact thing. So, the biggest piece of advice I could give you is just be prepared for it, right? And one of my favorite quotes ever is that success is like paying the rent, for your house, for your apartment, maybe your mortgage payment. It's due every damn day. Whether you pay it monthly or weekly or whatever, it's always due every day. There's always money that you're paying every day, and the rent is due every day for success. And you're going to hit those failures, and you have to be able to literally bring yourself back up and remember why you're doing it And remember that this is a lifestyle choice for you to do music, to do arts, to do, start your own business, etc. This is your lifestyle choice. Nobody can take that from you. You've always had your dreams. Even the people that, your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, boyfriend, they don't understand it. They've never had your dreams. You've had your dreams for years, since you were a kid, whatever, right? No one can take that from you, and don't let anyone take that from you. And keep going. Find people that have experienced it as well. And you're always welcome here, obviously. Like, that's why I do the tip of the day. That's why I have a mentoring program. That's why I do, the Radium Roundtable, and I make YouTube content. I do this to connect with like-minded people. And it's really important that we all support each other and help each other out. And it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to say, man, I made a mistake. I'm failing right now. I need help. Nothing wrong with that, And I think in the music industry, there's, and maybe just even America, right? Just Americana, is that, fuck you, I don't need any help. I do it all on my own, bro. And the truth is, nobody does it on their own. Not even Jesus Christ. If you believe in the Bible, if you're Christian, if you're religious at all, not even Jesus Christ, not even Buddha did it on their own, Like, you have to understand, nobody does it on their own. As much as it sounds cool, and as much as it works in like a Marvel film, or, some badass thing that makes you feel good, strokes your ego a little bit, you're not doing it on your own. You never will. So ask for help, find the help, pay for the help. Like, that's really kind of my motto for the last, I think, 5 years of doing business, is that you got to find the people that have done it before. You got to ask them. You got to pay them. If they want a fee for a mentoring program or whatever, you pay for that access, and you learn those things quickly and do it as fast as possible and as easy as possible, so that later that tax bill doesn't hit you for $13K and really be devastating, maybe, close down your business for a little bit. All right, so that's it, guys. You gotta figure out these ways to fail fast, fail fast, and figure it out fast as well, right? So you can hit success again. But understand, the whole path is just like this, the whole way up. You're never ever going to find a point where you're like, I made it. The people that made it, they're constantly failing, and there is no making it. Once it's like a garden. You don't stop watering the garden because it's beautiful. You have to tend to it every day. You got to weed it. You got to hire someone to do that if you're not going to do it. So hopefully this was helpful. If you liked it, drop a comment. Let me know what you failed at, like your biggest failures, maybe some of your biggest successes, and share this tip of the day with people that need it, man. I guarantee you plenty of people out there that are struggling with this. So thanks for tuning in.